Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for being here. Today I will be doing an unboxing video sharing with you the contents of the Stationery Selection May box as well as a journaling session. So if you want to skip the unboxing part, I will leave a timestamp down below. So the first item that I took from the box is this clear tape. It's not washi tape, but it's a clear plastic tape, and that one is from King Jim. The one I'm sharing here is a Band-Aid washi type of a sticker roll, which I think is really neat. It's in a roll type, so it looks like washi tape, but once you open it up, you can see that there are a whole bunch of different variety of stickers. I specifically chose this design during this season when I was choosing the box. I saw a lot of these tsubaki flowers in bloom, so I decided to go for that. The next one here is a sticker sheet from Okayama Stickers, and they're kind of more traditional stickers that are used during the New Year season, but I still wanted to add some of the traditional stickers, so I went with this sticker set. And then the next is the Zebra Sarasa clip in the Deco Shine. It was newly released in March when I was selecting the items for the box, and I wanted to include one of the new releases, and the color is in copper. Here is a paper pack from, it's called Kaishi. It's a paper pack from Kamiso, and you can see the really pretty rabbit in the moon. The title is called Rabbit on the Moon, but you can see the rabbits there with the ginkgo leaves. I use a lot of these papers for my journals, but they're very multi-use, and I use them a lot for writing little notes to friends as well. Here is a custom rubber stamp made in Japan. I was looking online for Japanese phrases, little Japanese sayings that I could use for a rubber stamp, and then I found this website that had a whole bunch of these different types of sayings, and there was one that I found was interesting and perfect for like the spring season, and it said obai tori, which the characters actually say in kanji cherry, plum, peach, and apricot, and it symbolizes that everybody kind of blooms in their own time. Here are some really fun soramame inks. They actually kind of attach to your finger, and I will share a demonstration a little bit later on, but the inks are very nice and compact, and I used to use these often whenever we had our little cafe dates and things because they're just so small and easy to carry around. But you can see here as an example, I just have it on my fingertip, and you can just take off the cap and use it that way. I will apply the labels a little bit later on. Next is a custom item from Oeda Letterpress. We did a little custom item from them, and we chose this nice little label book. I selected this bright, kind of like a yellow color with the nice dark navy band, but the yellow color I thought was nice for the springtime and for summertime as well. So here I will attach the labels of the ink colors to the soramame, like this, the individual inks, so that I know the actual colors and I don't forget them. Just kind of attach them to the handle part. It includes the labels on, like, they're stickers, so you can just apply them directly on there, or if you have another way, please feel free to leave a comment down below if you know of any other way to label the ink pads. So that's it for the unboxing part. I will be working in my traveler's notebook. This is the regular size traveler's notebook. This traveler's notebook system here that I have is my Chic Sparrow one, where I keep all my ephemera and things. So I ripped off several sheets from the label book so that I can use them later on. And I'm also removing some of the sheets from the Kamiso sheet pack, or the paper pack, so that I can have them readily available in my ephemera notebook as well. If you are not sure what I'm talking about with regards to this ephemera holder, I will leave a link down below where I kind of explain. This is the notebook where I keep my papers and stickers and ticket stubs, little things like that, where I use to decorate my pages. And this one is mainly more for like the vintage, toned down kind of colorway. And so I wanted to keep that to the side and kind of refill that. So let's move on to the journaling session, the journal portion of the video. Like I said, this is the regular size traveler's notebook, and this is where I journal about my travels. But lately, because of we cannot do any travels, I've been doing some old journaling and also journaling about my neighborhood. I did recently go out for a walk where I remembered to take photos, so I will have to do another journal with me session in the future. But this is like many years ago. I want to say over 5 years ago. My this is before my daughter was born, so we actually climbed up, or we hiked up a mountain here, and we had my son on, I don't know what the terminology is called, like, but the carrier, the child carrier. My son kind of sat in the back, and we climbed up this mountain. If any of you are located in the Tokyo area, this mountain is called Kintokiyama. It's a very easy, I don't know if I should say easy, but I'm a beginner hiker and a beginner mountain climber, and I was able to do it. My husband, he's more experienced than I am, but he was still able to, have my son in the baby carrier and climb up this Kintokiyama. So if you are interested, maybe and you're in the Tokyo area and you're looking for an easier mountain to walk or hike, you can look up Kintokiyama and see. The only thing I remember was that there was no parking, so we had to park on the side, or maybe it was already packed, or I'm not too sure, but I just remember that we had to park on the side of the road. So yeah, I'm just taking out my alphabet stamps here, the rubber ones, and then I'm just typing, or not typing out, but stamping out the title Kintokiyama. And you can see how I'm using the Soramame ink pad. I'm just kind of attaching that to my finger and trying to balance it so that I don't have it all messy. But yeah, it's working out perfectly fine. You can see that the text is nice and clear. If you are interested in the rubber stamps, I will link them down below. You can also purchase them from the Stationery Selection, and they ship worldwide, or we ship worldwide. I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't have a wet tissue close by, so instead of cleaning the stamp, or I wanted to clean the stamp prior to putting them back into the case, so I kind of stamped out the excess ink onto the page. Here I'm grabbing a different color from the Soramame ink pad and using the rubber stamp that was included in the box, and just stamping that onto the letterpress card, or the letterpress label from Oi the Letterpress, and I wanted to use that and put that in the journal spread as well. And it's such a pretty, like, purple, pink purple color, and because there is excess ink, I tend to grab my other notebooks that are close by, and instead of wasting it, I'm trying to look through my notebook, my journal, and my Hobonichi to see if there's other places where I can stamp up and add some color to the page. So I like to do this often. I will kind of flop through my notebooks and journals and see where else I can. I don't think I added anything to my Nolty, but I would have also probably looked through my Nolty as well. So back to the travel journal, the Traveler's Notebook travel journal, and I had a whole bunch of photos that I wanted to include in this spread, but I wasn't sure how to add them effectively. I didn't want to do too many tip-ins, but at the same time I kind of wanted the interaction part of it. So I stapled the map, the Kintokiyama map, to one of the photos, and then I'm going to tip that in here. The tip-in allows me to journal on the back, or where the blank page is, it allows me to journal there. And I know that we took this hiking trip, or this mountain climbing trip, many years ago. I want to say over 5 years ago, and I hope this doesn't discourage you. I know a lot of the times I get comments, people say, oh, I should have journaled when my kids were young, or I hope it doesn't discourage you to take out your old photos and stick them into your journal and write whatever comes to your mind. If you don't remember anything, that's okay. I don't really remember too much about this hiking trip. I remember that once we got to the top, that there was this huge space for my son to actually get out of the carrier and walk around. He wasn't at that stage where he was able to run around really, really fast, but he was able to walk around and explore. And I remember, I think it was on our way down, we decided to have a cup noodle. My husband brought, of course, he brought a little burner and some water so that we can boil the water there. It was a nice little like midpoint, I guess, and it wasn't crowded at all because we chose the midpoint. There was a small little, I think several rocks there where we just kind of sat down and had our little lunch. But I don't remember anything other than that. And like I said, I remember about the parking lot where we had to park on the side of the road. I don't remember how long it took to drive to the location. I don't remember what we packed or what we ate for breakfast or if the weather was nice or cold. But I hope it doesn't discourage you to take out your old photos and stick them in your journal, and you can write whatever comes to mind. If nothing comes to mind, at least, you know, the photos are in there instead of packed away in a file somewhere. So yes, I am taking out the notebook where I have all my ephemera and background papers and things, and I wanted to add, instead of just having the white space, of course I could leave it as is and I can journal on top of that. I still wanted to add something to it, and so I ripped out a piece of lined paper that I had so that I can journal on that. And I think I received this pretty, I don't know what it's called. They're not really stickers, but they're little seals. I think that one was from Skylar. And I'm just adding some washi tape, layering washi tapes here and there to add some color to the page, and I'm also using the clear tape that was in the box. I think I said King Jim earlier, but the branding name is Hito Toki. I really like this clear tape because when it's clear and you can see the background, but I also really like the delicate design of it, and it adds some color to the page, but the design isn't too bright. I just added some clear tape, sorry, not clear tape, tape runner to the back of that and added like a little cluster there. So I wanted to add 3 photos. I just, instead of cutting them all up, I kept the like an accordion style type of I guess way of keeping the photos in one place so that you can kind of pull them upwards. And I remembered in this Band-Aid sticker roll, washi sticker roll, there were some leaves, and I wanted to see if the leaves were I don't know how to word it, like mirrored images, or I wanted to see if they were the same exact shape. And if they were, I wanted to use the leaves as a kind of like a tab, a pull-up tab of some sort, so that I know that I can pull up to look at the photos. I will try and make like a close-up if I'm making sense here. You can see that it acts as a tab. I will have a close-up of it at the end of the video, and it turned out really nicely because it kind of peeks up at the top, the little leaf, and adds a bit of dimension to the page. Here, once again, I just left it in like accordion style so that I can flip the paper upwards or pull the paper upwards. I'm using a little piece of scrap paper and using that as a tab for this set of photos, and I just stapled that to the edge there. And once again, of course, I always have to have these like washi tape clusters, and just adding some washi tape on the side there. I am using the Sarasa clip pen that was included in the box to do a bit of journaling. Here, yeah, I just finished journaling here on the journal spread. I will have to do a flip through of this journal because I'm almost finished. I believe I have maybe 3 or 4 pages left. And like I said, I did take some photos on one of my neighborhood walks, so I will have to do a video and then I'll do a flip through of this journal. But I hope that this gave you some ideas and you had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you for being here. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are doing well and staying safe. Bye-bye.